Everyone, welcome back to Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostics. The Staten Island adventure continues. It's next day, and we are inside of a 2004 Nissan Maxima V6. Has good power when it runs. The initial customer complaint was unwanted ABS activation. Okay, so Keith told me the backstory. He said he told the customer, "Don't waste my time, replace the ABS module." These things are notorious, apparently, for blowing ABS modules. So let's say, a sensor, wheel sensor acts up, ABS is not happy, starts activating the pump and the solenoids, and it does it so much that it like overcurrents the module and just fries it. Crazy. So he said the owner put in a new module from a known good vehicle, swapped them around, drove the vehicle literally 20 feet. It cooked the other good module. And he swapped it back to the other car, and that one had the same problem. So something's causing this thing to go down. And I'm like, all right, take a look at our ABS module. Let's take a look at the wheel speed sensors. So ABS, go in here, codes. CAN communication circuit, interesting. So initially, I just drove it around the block. When I first scanned it, no codes. I went into data stream. Let's look at our wheel speed sensor, see if there's anything going on. It's weird. I turn the corner and pull over here just to look at data, and the car is acting really weird. Like the AC stopped working, the dash, everything went to zero. The turn signal was like sporadic, on. It wasn't really blinking steadily. Then the car, I shut it off, turned it back on. It was a crank no start. Like, what the heck? Now I'm stranded around the block from the shop. Turn it off again, start it back up. Everything came back to life. Weird. Check engine lights on now. And we'll go to the engine menu in a bit. But this is our data list for the ABS module. Everything seems to be good. However, before I even pulled over, I noticed that the scanner lost communication with the ABS module. I was looking at data, and then I was like, that's it, no comm. And then the vehicle started acting up. So again, I don't know if it's related to the ABS module. There's definitely a network problem. However, I still want to see these wheel speed sensors if there's anything wonky going on. But that's crazy. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's like Staten Island. The first car is already awesome and not straightforward. So let's customize our display. So I'm just going to creep slowly forward. Okay, so we got some realistic speeds there. No problem. I shifted kind of hard right there. I don't see any problems with the wheel speeds. Oh man, harsh shift. So in our wheel speed sensors right now, I don't see any dropouts, any glitches. They are very symmetrical. Uh-oh, here we go. Lost communication. You guys saw it happen. AC is... Okay, there you go. Dash. Tach is at 0. The car's still running. Oh boy. So in this case, if we can recreate the problem, we need to hook up our breakout box and look up a wiring diagram. That can't be stressed enough. The roadmap is very, very important. Is this ABS module on the same network as the rest of the vehicle? Why are we losing communication to everything? Like the AC just completely stopped working. Everything's down, no comm. I want to see what's going on with the CAN lines. I think it's going to be a really good case study. So here's what happens when you shut it off. Let it cool off a little bit. Alright, tach's back up. We should be establishing communication again. Well, here we go. Back online. So, I gotta get this thing back to the shop. I'm curious now, we can actually make useful time with this test drive. If I unplug the ABS module, will this problem happen? So, is the ABS module pulling the whole network down? Possibly. Let's go under the hood, unplug it, and see if we can get this problem to go away. So I managed to squeeze my skinny hand down there and unplug that ABS module. It is tight. The engine's hot. Everything in the way, AC lines. It's way down there. Probably can't even see it. You can see the brake lines going right to the actual module there, and there's the connector. So let's see what happens. So now I'm sure it'll be a no comm to the ABS. And our ABS and brake light is on, so it's not really happy, but that's okay. We just want to see if it drives better. Go back to our engine. So obviously a whole bunch of codes from the network problem. Let's just start from scratch, clear these out. Okay, check engine light went out. Should I cycle the key? Okay, it starts, runs, dashes live. AC works. What the heck? Where are all these codes back? Let's see. Let's try key on, engine off. Continue. Okay, so shut it off. Key on again. Codes. What the heck? Is this like fuel level sensor signal low and short? I don't know. Fuel gauge works. So whatever. Let's just drive it back to the shop. Alright, on all data, there's a quick kind of schematic tree of this network. There's our engine computer, 2-wire high-speed network, DLC. We have a display unit, that's the the cluster, BCM, air conditioning amplifier, that's why the AC stopped working, and driver's seat, and finally ABS actuator and IPDM, which is the distribution box. And looking a little closer at the ABS module itself, there's 2 CAN lines, so that goes to the rest of the network. Wheel speed sensors, solenoid valves, we got power, ground. So I guess we already determined that the ABS module is pulling down this network just from unplugging it, and the car drives perfect now. But the question is, why do these modules go bad? We didn't see anything weird with the wheel speed sensors. It's not like it was dropping out, causing the module to activate. The module's already shot. I don't know if it's able to activate anything, or why you can talk to it for a little bit and then it drops out and takes the whole network down with it. Not sure. However, I think we can still do the breakout box test, plug the module back in, and at least verify that that's indeed what's going on. Is it shorting, pulling the network to ground? What the heck's going on? But otherwise, in terms of diagnosing why the module went bad, I don't know, Keith. You have any suggestions? I don't really want to spend all day in this car. Alright, so we have our breakout box hooked up. Channel 1 CAN high, channel 2's CAN low. And we see our classic 2.5 to 3.5 on CAN high, and then 2.5 to 1.5 on CAN low. Beautiful waveforms. Let's see if we can even go a little, zoom in a little more. So that's a good waveform. Now let's plug in that ABS module and see what happens to these guys. Alright, got the module plugged back in under the hood. Fire it up. See what happens. So everything's good at the moment. It looks fine. Why is the AC not blowing cold? Check engine lights back on. It's probably going to come up with some communication code again. I thought it would be kind of obvious on the scope. So you gotta pick. What do you want, AC or ABS? In this climate, I'll choose the AC. Look, CAN communication circuit fault. Right there. U1000, U1001 instantly. As soon as I plug that ABS module in. I'm surprised we can't see anything on our scope. The lines are still there. So you turn the vehicle off. Is it still talking? Someone's supposed to go to sleep here. There we go. Let's see, go to sleep again. Okay. So as soon as I put the key in, stuff starts waking up. There you go. Network's active. Start up the vehicle. It's so bizarre. I wonder if we can talk to the ABS module or not. No comm. That is crazy. Even though our lines still look intact. I thought it would pull something down, short something out. This thing is just wonky then. So it's bringing down the network. It's probably interrupting it. Like trying to talk over the other modules which are being interrupted. That's crazy. Let me unplug it, and I don't see any difference on the CAN waveform. Key on. Network's back online. Start her up. Yep, AC just kicked on. Amazing, amazing. There you go. So a network apparently can be brought down by a module interrupting other modules, not really shorting out the lines. Wow, I've never seen that before, honestly. So I think with that, I want to move on from this car because, you know, if it was my car, I would just leave this stupid ABS module unplugged because who needs that crap anyways? And now you have AC and a smooth shifting transmission. So that's as far as I want to take it, honestly. Let's move on to something more fun. Thanks all for watching, and see you in the next one. So the Nissan Maxima with the ABS issue. We're not done with it yet. Just spoke to the owner. He pulled up in his other 2004 Nissan Maxima. He said he swapped the whole ABS unit, you know, with the module and the pump from one car to the other, and the other one runs fine, no ABS problems, with the module that was acting up in this gray one. And now the module from the white one that you put in the gray one, same problem. But the white one runs fine with, you know, the original module that was in the gray one. So it's not a module problem. That just by swapping parts, you know, you swap coils, he swapped ABS units around, same make and model, and it just proves that the whole ABS module and pump and everything works fine since it's working in the other vehicle right now. So we're not done with this thing yet. Where would you go next? So we saw from the scope on the CAN lines that when you plug the module in, the ABS, the whole system sets U codes, U1000, U1001, and yeah, the whole network goes down, stuff stops working, car basically stops driving. What other variables are there? Because we didn't see any change on the scope on pin 6 and 14. What the heck? You plug in a module, it corrupts the data or something like that. Looking at the wiring diagram for the ABS unit, we can always check powers and grounds. Pin 1 and 15, big 30 amp fuses. Pin 16 and 30, grounds. I'll spare you the details. I checked them with a test light. They're fine, no blown fuses. So at least that's one thing to check off the list. The only other variable that I see here is this diag K line that also goes to the DLC. We didn't check that with the breakout box. If you go back to our computer wiring diagram again, there's the DLC, there's pin 7, there's a K line, that's the ECM. So this pin 7 talks to at least the ECM and the ABS, on the K line, and you know, is it possible that something's messed up on that line? Oh man, this is not straightforward, but breakout box, we can check pin 7 as well, see where that goes. Okay, so breakout box set up. Channel 1's on the high-speed network. Channel 2 is on the K line, pin 7. Key off. Channel 1's at 2.5, and channel 2 is at 0. That's the K line. So we have some activity, and this thing has a really annoying aftermarket alarm system. That does mess with the network. Anyways, key in. We got some activity. Key on. Start the vehicle. That's key on right now. So the K line went to 9.3. Start it up. Let it run for a little bit. Now keep in mind, the scanner is not connected to the breakout box. I just want to see what the car is doing and not what the scanner is doing. So there you see it. We could even drop down the scale here. Okay, so 2.5 to 3.5 volts on our CAN high wire, and the K line is hanging out at 10.5 volts. I have no idea if that's normal. Don't really have much experience with the way that's set up, but let's see. Shut the car off. 9.5. There it goes. Drops to 0, and our CAN is still active. Take the key out. Boop. Good deal. Interesting. So now let's plug the ABS module back in and see if anything changes on the scope. Okay, recording. That was just pressing the lock button. You can see CAN wakes up and then goes to sleep. Alright. Key in. Key on. K line's at 10 volts. That's what we're seeing on the screen. Start up the car. Everything's happy, right? K line is 11.4. So far, so good. No lights on the dashboard. So the ABS is happy. Engine is happy. So it's all good, right? I'm not sure. Let's zoom out a little bit. You kind of see the big picture of the data packets. Key off. K line drops down to 0. And then CAN drops to 0. And boop. Okay. Keys back in. Key line goes high. No crank. You see that? There's a no crank. Weird. Very weird. Anything weird going on? Car still happy? No, we gotta make it act up again, I guess. Got some action in the city. What happens if we plug in our scanner? Let's see what happens to the data stream. Alright, plugged in the scanner. The only code in the engine is VIAS control solenoid valve circuit open. So that's a separate fault, not worried about that. ABS. CAN communication circuit, clear codes. All right, codes only. No codes present. Let's try some actuator tests, just for kicks. Exercise the module. Alright, here we go. Motor relay on. I can definitely hear it turn on. That was good. Then we have the 4 solenoids. Firmly apply brake pedal. Continue. See, up. Keep. Down. Keep. Up. Oh, that's pretty cool. So the brake pedal actually like gets pushed up and down. That's pretty nice. Okay, it works. It works. It works. Interesting. What do we do? What do we do now? Do we drive it? Do we recreate it? I have no idea. So right now everything is beautiful. Awesome. Just going into some other modules just to play around. No codes in the airbag. I'm not worried about that. Body control module, IPDM. Let's see, IPDM. CAN communication circuit, the U1000. Clear it. Continue. Okay. Okay. So back to our basic evidence. The module itself is fine. I'm pretty sure that it works in the other car. Swap it around. It does not work in this car. So a car problem. Car problem, not a module problem. Agreed? Just basic logic. Now, when we did lose communication, unplug the ABS module, boom, boom, everything's restored, drove fine. Plug it back in, same problems. What the heck changed? And if it's a car problem, is there some wiring damage right by the ABS module so when you unplug it, everything comes back? Anything's possible. We should do a better visual inspection. I mean, this harness is like jammed packed in there, but worth a look. So I took the Maxima for another test drive, run the block on bumps for like a couple miles, stopped at a store, got some amazing New York City food. Tuna, what is it, a hero? That's what they're called here. But it runs perfect. There's nothing wrong with it now. And the ABS data, all the sensors were, drawing perfect. It, reset once I shut the key off, but it was awesome. The car drives beautiful. So in the morning, it acted up every time. You plug it in, boom, down. So FM, magic, right? So we're gonna let it go, let the owner drive it, see if it acts up again, because sometimes it could be a poor pin fitment on the ABS module. I mean, something as silly as that. Little thing of corrosion on the, I don't know, I can't say. But something changed and now it works fine. So with that, thanks a lot for watching. Sorry to leave you without a 100% defined conclusion, but that's how it goes sometimes. Maybe Keith will show up and he'll school me on this one. But for now, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.